real key in the automotive aftermarket for any service provider that deals with tires is TPMS is a key part of their business. And they have to pick the right partner. They have to pick somebody that not only has a top quality product, but understands deeply how the technology works so that they can provide them with the right information to fix those vehicles right the first time and make sure the consumer has a positive experience. Well, interestingly enough, the technician plays an even more critical role today in TPMS, in a tire shop, because they're the first line of defense to make sure that vehicle's safe when it rolls out of the bay. But more importantly than that, they have to know how to properly troubleshoot that vehicle and also deliver a sense of confidence to the consumer. Because if they're talking to the person that's brought their vehicle in, it's a safety system, and they have to trust that the work's going to be done right and the vehicle's going to work as it was intended. We've definitely reached a pivot point in the aftermarket in regards to TPMS. The major chains and those with the most outlets have made decisions early on to adopt proper practices in servicing TPMS and communicating with their customers. It's the rest, the big bulk of those independent tire shops out there that are still making decisions on what investments they want to make and how they want to approach this important category. I think the real key is that they continue to implement that strategy on a consistent basis so the consumer understands that no matter where they go, that product is going to be serviced properly and safely. And today that's not 100% consistent. The three things that you need to do TPMS right in today's market is firstly the right partner. And obviously I'm biased. I do believe that Schrader is the right partner. And I believe that because we deliver the best possible product that operates exactly as the OE product, and that's important. Secondly, we deliver the training and resources necessary to perform that service, because it's not a simple service. And thirdly, we also provide the information to make sure that they know how to troubleshoot and follow up with that customer and make sure that they're satisfied. I think the key in the TPMS market is it's still evolving. So there are many companies out there, some of which deliver OE quality products and some that don't. Some that deliver support and training, and some that don't. And in order to sift your way through all of those decisions, you have to really look carefully at who you decide to partner with and pick somebody that can ensure that that vehicle is safe and that you're protected from liability and the customer's satisfied with the service. And more importantly, you want to make sure that when that customer leaves, things are working as intended and they don't show up in your shop an hour later or a day later unsatisfied, because that costs you that customer relationship. And it also costs you time and money in the bay. The biggest issue we have with TPMS in the aftermarket today is the lack of confidence between the technician or repair shop owner and the consumer. They've built a trust-based relationship with them over the years in other services, but most consumers aren't aware of TPMS and how it affects their safety and the importance. So many technicians and shop owners have a difficult time explaining why it costs significantly more than it used to cost to service that tire and wheel package. And that's where we come in, and that's where we need to make sure that everybody knows how to educate the consumer and explain to them the importance of making that critical investment. Well, certainly when you look at TPMS, it's an integrated system, and it can only work properly when all the components are functioning as intended. And the wear items that you're replacing during a proper service, whether it be the cap, the grommet, the core, those are key components, and they're wear components. So it's no different than replacing your brake pads or resurfacing or replacing your rotors when you do a brake job. You can't do part of it. You have to do it all because they work together to make sure the system is safe. I certainly don't want to minimize the long history that we have, because everybody knows us as the Schrader Valve Company. And that's important, and I don't want to lose that. But the reality today is we've grown into a technology company, we've grown into an electronics company, and we service so many diverse markets beyond the tire valve, beyond TPMS, into air compressors and aviation and sensing technologies. And so I think it's important that people learn about the new Schrader and the Schrader that we are today and how we've evolved to meet the changing needs. Schrader's a lot more than just valves and sensors. Certainly people trust the brand. We've been around a long time and people understand where we come from. But today, the difference between ourselves and other companies that you might choose to partner with is that we have the most market share in the OE business, which means the products we deliver to the aftermarket have been tried and tested and are going to work exactly as they need to. One of the things that I love about Schrader is that we're always innovating. And everything we do isn't always necessarily to do with a tire valve by itself or TPMS as we know it today. We look at the information that we can capture from the driving experience, whether it be tire temperature, rotation, speed, G-forces, and all that other information. And how can we use that to make the driving experience safer? How can we lower the cost per mile for the fleet manager? And how do we deliver that technology in a complete solution? That's what Schrader's about, and that's where we're headed. I think probably the most important thing to remember about Schrader, the organization that we are today, is that we can always do something better. Because we spend hundreds and hundreds of days in the field talking to technicians that throw our box away, talking to distributor partners, and talking to consumers. What we want to do is we want to make sure that at the end of the day they're satisfied with our products and they're satisfied with the whole experience of dealing with Schrader. So that means that tomorrow we have to deliver more training and education. Tomorrow we have to deliver new and innovative products to make their service more efficient so that they can be more profitable. And we have to figure out new ways to partner with our customers beyond what we do today.